What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Let It Be Known. It's what's the December 18th, and it's cold as fuck outside in the Bay Area. I'm Darren Randall. We back with Lamar. What's good with you, Lamar?
What's good, my boy? Yeah, it's cold as heck outside. It's shit. I feel like it's snowing like in Buffalo outside right now.
Hey, that's the Bay Area, California sensitivity in us, bro. Cause like if I go out to the East Coast, you already been out to the East Coast, but I'll be freezing. I can't do it. I'm already freezing out here, bro. Like I took out my sweater just to record real quick, and I was like, fuck, I should have never took it off, bro. I'm in the house and I'm freezing outside. Outside the car got glass on. I mean, got ice on it, like it's snowing right now. Broad day, broad day.
Like it's cold, man. It's cold. This weather, definitely it takes some time to get used to. They got then that they got that bay breeze too. So
That's what it really be. I think it's the breeze that hits a little bit stronger than actual how cold it is. Cause the coldness don't be too bad till you hit that big ass breeze just flying through your jacket, right through the
for
puffer,
real.
right through the zipper. But shit, let's talk about this first game. You had the Vikings versus the Colts yesterday. The biggest comeback ever by an NFL team. And Matt Ryan, once again, I know this story's gonna be about him a little bit because he did take a loss in the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, the biggest Super Bowl L. And then now he takes the biggest L in the regular season, which I'm not blaming this game on Matt Ryan. It's kind of fucked up. He ain't deserve as much hate as he getting. But it's hella funny. So of course he gonna get the memes and shit that come with it. But so this game, bro. So when this game first started off, I thought the Colts was running away with it. I thought the game was over. It's 33-0. The Colts get a block punt, they get an interception, they get like a fumble recovery, score on all three of them, but then they mix it in with some field goals going into the second half. It's 33-0. I'm like, game is over. I stopped watching, to be honest. Then I tuned in because I was all like, after a couple minutes went by, I was like, fuck it. Let me just see if they could come back. I don't think it's gonna happen, but I don't want to rule it out. Something in my gut, something in my gut was telling me this game really might not be over. It might have been because we seen them come back against the Cowboys, scored 33 or 30 unanswered against the Colts team in the fourth quarter a couple
Yeah.
weeks ago. Yeah, so that was in my head, but I really thought it was over when it was like 2 minutes in the third quarter. The game was pretty much over, and they was down like 33-7. But I want to give a big shout out to KJ Osborne because I felt like he's the real. Even though JJ is gonna get all the credit and shit, get all the love. KJ put up what 157 with a tug. He was the kickstarter to that team when they first came out into the second half. He came in like 3 or 4 straight passes, just catching big time balls, and gave him the momentum. And momentum is a real thing, bro. That's what it happens. I guarantee you, if the coach was not at home, or if the coach was at home, the coach would have ended that game. The Vikings would have never came back. The Vikings crowd, shout out to y'all purple people. Y'all brought y'all team back. Y'all cheered them. Y'all kept them going. And before I talk, I wanna ask you this question first. So do you feel like this Vikings team is a new squad? Because I was starting to question them. I was trying to say they're not a new squad. The only thing that I would say that would kind of, I guess, make them a lot different than last year is I don't think this last year's Vikings team would have had this much fight in them. I don't think if they was down 33-0, they would have been able to come back. They would have the dog in them, the mentality to keep pushing. And shout out to the coaching. A lot of the coaches, they said the coaching, they took them out. They took them out, made them do more chemistry, more team bonding type of activities. And they feel like that really helped the team. But you seeing the same Vikings squad? I know last week we thought it was still the same Vikings after they lost to the Lions, but or 2 weeks ago, whatever the
Um,
hell.
I mean, I think the Vikings are still a strong team. I mean, obviously they look fluky here and there, but they obviously have weapons. They obviously, when we talk about the playoffs, when we see like a Vikings team like that, I feel like they're still always going to be a threat to even, give any team in the playoff a good game or even win. And that's even Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys. They're a threat to anybody. So, um, but compared to last year, I mean, I feel like they're definitely a way better team. I feel like their defense is way stronger. I feel like that's definitely a strong point. Obviously their offense is like the strongest point of their team, but I feel like their defense kind of complements them pretty well. Um, but it just seems like every time they play, like they always play down to their competition, like especially when they play like weak teams such as like the like the Lions, and they lost to
Well, I don't
they
want to call
lost
the Lions
today.
weak. Hey,
I
don't call
mean,
the Lions weak.
not
They
lost today.
they coming back. They just got another dub today. Shout out to the Lions. We're gonna
They
talk about
did.
y'all soon. We
They
ain't gonna talk
did.
about y'all tonight, but good shit, Lions. I'm actually proud of them boys.
No, yeah, but No, yeah, I'm proud of them too. But yeah, I just wanted to add, yeah, the Vikings, yeah, they could be a threat to anybody though. But also, obviously, like we seen, they could be fluky. I feel like the reason why I feel like the reason why the Colts even won though. I mean, I'm sorry, I feel like the reason why the Colts even blew that game is just because it's bad. I don't know, just like you see with Jeff Saturday. You see how this dude blew the game against, like that last who they play against when he blew the game like the last minute and a half.
Uh,
So that's what I'm
fuck.
saying. If the
Yeah.
if the whoever they play, but anyway, if the Vikings would have played somebody like the 49ers, if they would have been down 33-0, there's no way the 49ers would let the fucking Vikings come back. There's no way.
And that's why I am a little scared about that Viking squad still, because they still be showing certain traits like they get flashes. One day they hot as fuck, they looking like a brand new Vikings, but then some days they'll come into the game and they look like that old Vikings team. But would you give this dub more credit to the Vikings, or would you give it more discredit to the Colts for allowing them to come back into this game?
Hey, my bad. Sorry. So you kind of cut off at the very end. Say that one more time. Sorry.
I was saying, would you give more credit to the Vikings for winning this game and coming back down 33-0, biggest NFL comeback in history, or would you give the Colts more discredit for allowing them to come back 33-0?
I definitely. I mean, obviously we applaud the Vikings. We always like to see crazy shit happen in the NFL, but
Right.
still, I definitely would say it's some fluke shit by the Colts for real, for real. Like all in all, just because, like, I don't care, bro. Like in any sport, in any aspect of life, bro, when you winning that much, that's like somebody being rich at a like an early age or getting rich. That's like me and you getting rich, and then like 2-3 years from now, we blow all of our money, and now
You got $1 billion,
we back to where
you
we
blow it
started.
all. Right,
Yeah, we
right.
back to where we started. Like it's just like, bro, what are you doing? Like, so I blame the Colts for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm like you said, shout out to the Vikings, all credit to them, because no matter what, that's still an NFL team on the other side, and that is hard as fuck. But I felt like the Colts they got that lead because of good fortune. A lot of things went bad for the Vikings. It wasn't like the Colts was driving down the field just making hella plays. It was just special teams unit, defensive unit, and then a good couple offensive plays here and there. But once the Vikings got an opportunity to really play and play how they're supposed to play, it got ugly. The Colts started playing how we're used to and accustomed to them playing. But I got to give more credit to the Colts. I got to give more discredit to the Colts team because, like you said, they was up 33-0. Literally 2 field goals would have won you the game. You couldn't drop. Y'all couldn't get 30 yard to the 30-yard line, and then y'all was really the game was over. There was really like basically the fourth quarter. They really came back and took the game back. But yeah, like you said, this is in the NFL. This shouldn't be happening. If in basketball, if you're up 30-20, shouldn't happen. Baseball, any sport, man, you up by that much, you don't lose. So I don't know, but
definitely shouldn't have lost. That's crazy.
I'm excited to see who the Vikings play first round. I actually said the Vikings are gonna be a first round elimination. We're gonna speak about that later during the week too. But yeah, the Vikings, I don't know. Hope they looking like a different team, but they still have traits that kind of scare me. But let's go into the next game. So you had Deshaun Watson. Who they just played? Deshaun Watson. They just played. Oh yeah, the Browns just played the Ravens, and that was a pretty good game. You had, or not even a good game, because if you watched the game previous, the one we were just talking about, and then you switched over to the next channel, it was like, damn, this shit is hella boring. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, 13-3. Yeah.
Yeah, you feel me? I was like, damn, bro, I don't even kind of want to watch this. The only reason I even watched it really because I'm like, all right, no Deshaun Watson, no Lamar Jackson. I like Tyler Huntley. Let me see what he's doing. And then also I like Deshaun. Deshaun's it's only his 3rd game back, so I was expecting to see a lot of improvement. And which I think I did kind of, because I don't know if you heard, but they said he didn't even get to use the same playbook. He was using the training camp playbook the whole time. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't hear about that, but I mean, I basically gonna say I figured just because, like you say, like that we were talking about it last week or a couple of weeks ago. He was there in preseason, but he didn't get to play during the regular season. So I'm pretty sure he was just kind of going off the plays that he kind of really was used to, or that he was practicing most of.
Right. And they said he was basically so he had the same training camp plays. He wasn't able to look at the new script, see what was going on. So the coaches, I guess he was in the training room with, or not like his coaches, but look, I don't know who he is, but he'll come over and work with them, somewhere with somebody that works with the Browns, and they would basically just watch. Not they would just watch the film. They had no playbook, but they would just watch the film, saying like, "Okay, this is what the Browns changed. This is what they're doing now. This is what this player is doing now. You have to watch out for this." Basically, coaching them without an actual playbook. But in this Browns game, I felt like Deshaun Watson, he started to get a little rhythm. He's starting to be mobile again. He's not scared to run the ball. He's making good throws, good decisions. He's not putting the ball at risk. Some throws are still it's going either too far or too low. His accuracy, he's still trying to get back, but all together, he's starting to slowly come back. But looking at this Browns team, they're now, what's their record? I think they're 6-8 now. So is there any chance you see the Browns sort of creeping in? They got to watch out for the Saints, or the next 3 games. They got the Saints, Commanders, and Steelers.
I feel like those are all definitely capable games of them winning, especially with Deshaun Watson at quarterback. I feel like they can win though. I feel like they can string. I think they can string together 3 straight wins. I feel like they can sneak in just because also too Lamar Jackson is out. You got the Ravens kind of struggling right now. I think they lost 2 in a row. Yeah. So yeah, they're struggling right now, man. So I feel like the Browns can maybe with Deshaun Watson. I feel like the Browns probably can sneak in there, especially with Deshaun Watson at the helm.
You think so? You think they could go close out the season 3-0?
Yeah, shit, it's a possibility. I mean, I ain't gonna just say I think so, just because Deshaun Watson was looking rusty last week against the Texans. He was looking rusty. We both agreed. But he is getting back in the rhythm. He looked way better today than he did last week. Obviously, I think he threw for like over 200 yards today, and I think like a touchdown or 2. But yeah, I feel like they got a good chance. So, as long as Deshaun Watson, as long as he plays how he's used to playing, like a superstar, and if the Browns keep losing, I'm sorry, not the Browns, the Bengals, they trailing right now against the Buccaneers 10-0 last time I checked. So yeah, the Browns they in a good position right now. They just got to win out, and even if they don't win the division, they might, if they win out, they can still get that wild card spot. So. Yeah, it's all up to Deshaun Watson and how he leads that offense.
So the division's pretty much unlocked. Like I think the Bengals or whoever just got to win 1 game, but then pretty much the Browns they can't win the division. But I'm looking at this Brown squad, and I think it might be a little too late. I think they could close out the season 3-0 or 4-0, however, whatever they did. But Jacoby Brissett, he did as best as he could. They lost a couple games that they shouldn't have lost. They lost to bad teams. They beat a couple good teams and lost to the bad teams, and I fucked them up. But what really fucked them up the most is they lost too many teams that are competing for a playoff spot. Teams that are in position to get into the AFC playoffs, they lost to those teams already, so that's kind of holding them back. So even if they do probably close out the season, I don't see them probably making it to the playoffs, but I think they got something to build on for next year. I think they should be excited. They got Nick Chubb. Hopefully they keep Kareem. I know Kareem wanted to leave because he wanted to get a bag, but hopefully they pay him and they keep him. Probably add a couple more defensive weapons, and the Browns gonna be solid. Maybe even a wide receiver. But like I said, I don't think they could probably sneak in just because the games they lost now. But hopefully, some luck. I don't ever want to count them out. You know how the NFL goes. The team was just down 33-0 yesterday. We never know. Any team could lose 2 games, 3 games straight. An injury could happen. A quarterback could go down, and then all of a sudden you're over here struggling, fighting for your life. But that's
you said it perfectly too, because the Lions is looking like they about to make a push. So they low-key seem like they're in the same same position as like the Browns in a sense. So this is gonna be fun to see within these next 3 weeks, because we've seen the Lions pull out the win today. We've seen the Browns pull off the win on Thursday night. So we're just gonna continue to see how these, especially obviously specifically speaking on the Lions and the Browns, we're gonna see how these teams, how they fight for these next couple of weeks and see they grit.
I think Lions got an easier chance because they in the NFC, so they'll probably have an easier opportunity to get in. The AFC, they kind of,
depends on who the Lions play though. Like who they play the next 3 games, it depends, because if they playing some pretty solid teams, like they playing some if they playing teams that are playoff bound, then they might not maybe get
Hey,
in.
they proved themselves though against playoff teams that they can compete with them. So you got it. You got to
Yeah.
remember they played the Vikings. They like you. I know you always like, you're an Eagles fan. You always like to bring up we played the Vikings. The Lions played the Vikings too. You know what I mean? Like, so we got to give them that same respect to come in, to expect them to compete with a top dog team. I feel like they've earned it for us to at least think like, okay, let's take a step back. They might be able to win this game. But and then let's talk about the Ravens though. So the Ravens. So now I think Lamar Jackson might be coming back, maybe 1 to 2 weeks. That they haven't really clarified it yet. But now that Lamar Jackson's out, Baltimore Ravens been slipping. Is there any chance you see the Ravens could possibly maybe miss the playoffs? The next 3 games they got is against the Falcons, the Steelers, and the Bengals.
The Falcons, Steelers, and the Bengals. Obviously that last game is the Bengal game. That game is going to be huge, just because that game might really come down to like, the win or go home. Like, obviously that's not going to be a playoff game, but that's a huge last game of the season. That's a divisional game, and whoever win that game might be the winner of the division. But anyway, hopefully Lamar is back.
I was gonna say it could be only the division winner gets into the playoffs in that division, just because the Ravens will start slipping so many games. Now it really be like it's only one position. It could be only that one position to make the playoffs.
Yeah, especially since the Dolphins is, they ain't gonna win a division, so they might get that wild card spot. But even the wild card, that wild card race is competitive. Like we were talking about with the Dolphins. I believe Dolphins are like number 1 in the wild card spot, and we got the Ravens right in back of them. You got the Browns kind of like, secretly trying to sneak in there. Even the Jets are in there too, even though they lost today. But even Patriots, they got a big game right now that they playing in the Raiders. So, and even the Raiders, it's a lot of sneaky ass teams right now. So we just gotta watch it play it out for like even at the end of the night. I mean, at the end of the week today. I mean, this week, next week. We just gotta see how shit plays out. But I think the Ravens, though, I feel like if they don't make the playoffs, though, I feel like it's fitting. I feel like it's very fitting, just because the whole shit with Lamar Jackson, even at the beginning of the season, how they not paying him, and then he was balling like it was crazy. It is karma, low key, because it's like then it's like the first 5 games of the season, they was like 4-0 or like 4-1, and like Lamar Jackson was like the MVP front runner. And then shit started happening to where he was, kind of like messing up at the end of the game and kind of making bonehead mistakes, turning the ball over. And then he gets hurt. And then it's like, damn, now you guys might, now you guys are scared. You guys might not make the playoffs. You guys lost 2 in a row. You guys are on your second string quarterback. Second string quarterback kind of is getting hurt here and there. So now you bring in a third string quarterback. So it really is karma. It's like, damn.
Don't be scared now.
You want Ty Huntley to. It's like we low-key was thinking like, damn, do they want Ty Huntley to play a little more? Well, shit, Ty Huntley getting hurt now too. Ty Huntley showing that he can't score points, even though it wasn't completely his fault. But still, he still wasn't. They only scored 3 points against the Browns. Come on, like it's the NFL, man. You got to try to make the playoffs. You can't be scoring 3 points and shit. So, it's karma, man. So I feel like it's definitely it'd be fitting, just because like if they don't make the playoffs, then it'd be easier for Lamar to walk away a little bit, to not really harp on sign him back with the Ravens.
No, I don't think it's that. I think if they don't make the playoffs, I think Lamar could even use this as a strategy. He could be like, you know what, I'm not coming back this year. Y'all running with Tyler Huntley. I'm not feeling good. I'm not feeling like I should come back and compete this season. So this is what I'm gonna let y'all do. I'm gonna let y'all finish this season. Let's see if y'all can make the playoffs. Let's see how deep y'all can go. And when this summer comes, and when y'all need me, go ahead and make that call, because it looks like I'm pretty important to this team. It looks like y'all gonna have to pay me that $200 million, or if not, I'll be good to go to the Patriots. I'll be good to go to the Lions. I'll be good to go to the Cardinals. I'll be good to go to any one of these teams that want to pay me. If y'all don't want to look at me as I feel myself is valued to this team and to this organization. That's what Lamar could do if he really wants to play his cards right, which I kind of hope he does. And I've always been a big Tyler Huntley fan, and I don't think it was his fault. And I still don't think he's been doing a bad job. But he came in mid-season expecting to lead this team with no weapons. Lamar could do it with no weapons because he's a pretty much run first quarterback. You know, he's power run. He's you might think he's gonna go off for a pass. He's just gonna sprint down the sideline and shit. Tyler Huntley more he can run and he is hella fast like Lamar. Not as fast, but he's hella fast too. But he seems more of like the quarterback that's trying to make a play first, and he hasn't been as developed as Lamar. You know, Lamar's getting all the first team snaps. He's getting all the practice. He's getting, you know what I mean? Lamar, all the focus is on Lamar. He's supposed to be the franchise quarterback that doesn't get paid. But you know, that's how it kind of works in that Baltimore Ravens situation. So I still think Tyler Huntley's a really good quarterback, and I still think he's just trying to get his feet wet. It's only his second game starting, came in mid-season or mid-game, and he's coming off injury. He got banged up last week. But like you said, though, it's the Browns. Yeah. It's the Browns. So you do got to score. But that's also on Jim Harbaugh. I need more than 3. I need more than 3. You're Super Bowl winning coach. I need more than 3. But you kind of mentioning my next subject as you was talking about all the teams in the playoff hunt. I want to talk about this Dolphins squad. So the Dolphins, they ended up losing to the Bills yesterday, and that was a good game, great game in the snow. They lost 30, I think it was 36-39 or 32-29. So it was a pretty close game down to the wire. Josh Allen did what Josh Allen does. They ended up winning it with the field goal. Everyone doing snow angels, throwing snowballs, all types of shit. It was a good game. But this Dolphins team, they just gave up the division. Now it belongs to the Bills once again. This is their fourth year straight in the playoffs, 3 years straight since, and that's with Josh Allen. He's came in and can change that Bills squad completely. They used to be the laughing stock of the league. Bill Belichick dominated them. That was their baby. You know, Tom Brady would just, he did whatever the fuck he wanted to that Bills squad. But now Josh Allen, it's a new era, new king. And I want to see, do you think the Dolphins possibly could not make the playoffs? They started to slip. I don't think nobody would have thought this. I thought, especially, they was pretty much the hottest team when the season first started. Everyone was like, look at this Dolphins team. Look at this Dolphins team. Coach of the year. Look, maybe offensive player of the years. They was saying a whole bunch of stuff about this Dolphins team. But since Tua got hurt, I feel like they started to look good when he first came back, but it's been off and on. They haven't had the same consistency as they first had when the season first started. But with the Dolphins, you got the Dolphins at 8-6, the Patriots 7-6. They're playing right now, so we'll see how that game goes. The Jets just lost today, making them 7-7, and then the Chargers are 7-6. So all these games are pretty much a game behind each other. The Patriots would have won today, they could be the same. They'll have the same fucking record as the Dolphins. The Jets, they could have took over that second spot today, but they choked at the end and lost today with Zach Wilson. That makes them 7-7, but they could have took that spot from the Dolphins, making them 8-6. So choke artists with the Jets. But so how do you see this playoff picture going?
I want to say is also too, don't sleep on the Chargers, because like you said, we said 7-6. So if they get a win today, they're gonna be 8-6 as well. So if they're 8-6, they'd be tied as well with the Dolphins. And they just beat the Dolphins, on prime time.
Are they playing today? Or are they bye this week? Are they playing tomorrow? I'm not sure.
The Chargers?
Yeah, they play today?
They play right now.
Who are they playing right now?
They ain't playing the Broncos. Hold on, let me see.
I know
I was just watching it.
Yeah, I don't think they can be playing nobody too serious.
Are they playing Titans? So that's a good game actually, because the Titans are lucky trying to. They're right. Also fighting for a wild card spot. So this is actually a great game. Both teams are 7-6. Yeah, both teams are 7-6. So this is a huge game right now.
But I heard Ryan Tannehill got carted off the field earlier. I seen, so I'm not sure if he ended up coming back into the game. Yeah, he got carted off. So Malik Monk's probably in right now.
So. Yeah, Malik.
Malik Willis. Willis. I'm thinking of
Malik Willis.
But yeah, back to what I was saying though. So you said the Chargers, right? They 7-6. You got the Jets 7-7. Patriots 7-6.
Titans 7-6. I don't even know, like you said, but hey, Malik Willis though, you never know. We might see, something. But
the only reason I think I didn't mention the Titans because I think they had that division on lock pretty much, right? Or was I tripping? I thought they was like 2 games ahead.
Well, yeah. Now that the Colts fucking lost on some dumb shit, I would say it's definitely out of the Jags. It's out of the Jags and the Colts for real. I mean, I'm sorry, the Jags and the Titans, just because obviously the Texans they shitty, even though they be competing pretty good, but they shitty. So it's out of the Texans. It's out of the I'm sorry, it's out of the Jags and the I always be forgetting who in the damn NFC South, but it's out of the Jags and the Titans. That's in that division for real. Even though the Titans they have a decent record, but they lost like 3 or 4 in a row, like 3 games in a row. Ever since they lost to us, they lost like 3 in a row so far. So,
and I'm looking at the Dolphins' schedule. They got, oh my gosh, bro, it's literally perfect for the playoffs. So next week they play the Green Bay Packers, and then after that they got the Patriots, and then after that they got the Dolphins. I mean, then after that they got the Jets to close out the season.
Yeah,
so Patriots, Jets, perfect for playoff picture. That's gonna. I think the next 2 weeks are probably gonna. Our next 3 weeks are gonna determine how the season end up going for this Dolphin squad. If or when they'll make the playoffs. If the Patriots can beat the Dolphins, they'll pretty much probably I think knock the Dolphins out. Am I correct? Probably.
Yeah, that's gonna be a huge game.
It probably have to be hella shit that'll have to go right for the Dolphins to make it if after that. But I think the Dolphins' biggest threat is probably like I just said, the Patriots, because they have to play them in a couple of weeks, and then also the Chargers. The Chargers, they starting to look high ever since they got Keenan Allen. We just talked about it a couple of days ago. Keenan Allen, Mike Williams. Mike Williams is one of my favorite receivers in the league right now. He's slept on, even though he balls out every time he gets the opportunity. High flyer, Jordan need to go sponsor that man. He deserve it because he's the only wide receiver really topping dudes at a week. Oh wait, hold on, pause. But he's the only dude. He's the only reason dude hopping over people. Just mossing them consistently.
Nah, him and D Hop are like the same type of guys. That just goes to show you though, Clemson boys right there. But him and D Hop, they always kind of remind me of each other. But that's like you said, that's funny as you say that because Mike Williams is a huge factor in that offense. I feel like he just gives that Chargers offense that red zone threat. Even though Keenan Allen is a huge threat as well on whether it's red zone, whether they're on their own 10-yard line. But Mike Williams, like you said, he got that factor where he's fearless. He can hop over anybody. His verse like probably like 35, 40 inches. He's 6'4".
I was about to say, not to mention that
215.
Yeah.
So and he got hands. Like he goes up with those hands. He don't body catch. He goes up like that.
I hate a receiver that body catches with the ball. It's like, man, that shit is risky as fuck.
That's just weak.
Not only that, it can bounce. I know who?
No, I was gonna say, really, known for that, but that's like he a Hall of Famer though. Who's known for body catching is fucking Antonio Brown. That motherfucker straight body catching.
Actually, that's true. It felt like he kind of caught it in his elbows though before it even hit his chest. It felt like he just stuck like that. His forearm just
It seemed like he did do kind of something like that, but I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm pretty sure he catch with his hands here and there, but every time he make big plays, it's always him on a run. Just getting on real quick.
Man, if Antonio Brown personality and his mindset wasn't so how it is, then he would have been a different wide receiver. I remember they were showing like comparisons between him and Jerry Rice stat wise. Antonio Brown was still like only like 28, 27. Like he still had hella time to go do it. Still had a hella time to go ball. And that was with Ben Roethlisberger. I'm not saying Ben Roethlisberger, he's a Hall of Fame quarterback, but I just felt like there was other younger options at that time that were probably better than Big Ben at that time. He was starting to lose a step. He was starting to lose a step around that era, Antonio Brown, towards the later ends of it. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like the Chargers probably be the biggest threat to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins is time. Y'all better start winning. I feel like the Dolphins got to close out undefeated. If they're a playoff team. These three teams are good. Packers, Dolphins, and the Jets. Those are good teams. But if you're really a Super Bowl team, I feel like you should be able to get rid of all those, especially with Tyreek Hill, Jalen Waddle, Raheem Mostert, Tua, Sherfield. You got weapons all around. They don't have Gesicki anymore, do they?
Right? I don't know if he's. I think they do, but I'm not sure if he's hurt. I'm not sure if he's injured right now or anything.
Well, yeah. Well, they got him too, or whatever. They got weapons though now. So yeah, the Dolphins, no more losses. They got to get it together. But I think I think that was a good little 30 minutes. It's Sunday. We all got shit to do, especially Lamar. He got to
I
be
feel
on.
like,
He got to be on his way out of here. But
oh man, I feel like I'm about to say my bad. I feel like I think we got like one more. Then we
I was about to ask you too. Is there anything else we missed?
cause we talked about Deshaun. We talked about Tyler Huntley and the Ravens. Talked about the Vikings.
I think that was.
I think my bad. I think that might have been it. It might have been it. Yeah.
But I'm here. I just want to hear your take on this. So going into this 2023 NFL season, you know, my San Francisco 49ers, we're looking pretty good. We beating a good team, beat Tom Brady. We beat
Shit, no lie. Shit, no. I mean, no lie. I ain't gonna say pretty good. Y'all looking real good. Shit, especially just knowing that you guys are on your third string quarterback is just insane. Like the 49ers season has definitely been up and down, but I feel like 49ers fans got to be grateful and just be happy that it's going the way it's going, just for the simple fact that you guys was obviously putting all your eggs in one basket with Trey Lance, because like he didn't really play that much last year. And you guys didn't really know what to expect as him as a starter. So you guys were like, fuck it, we just gonna ride with our star quarterback. We took him third overall. We're gonna see how it goes, for a full season from game one. They lost the first game, but it was it was a work in progress. It wasn't like that bad.
Monsoon. It was hella rainy. It was everybody was slipping.
Yeah, it was hella rainy. It was a work in progress. It was it was definitely something to kind of like build off of. But then when he got hurt, that's when I'm telling you, bro, I kind of still remember like Niner, like not even just Niner fans, everybody in the NFL world was like, damn, like it sucks what happened to Trey. Like it's over. The season is done.
Man,
then
my heart
Jimmy
was hurt. Season was over.
Season's over, bro. Then Jimmy comes. Now he's like, this nigga Jimmy. The fuck. I mean, at least Jimmy's a decent backup quarterback. This nigga gets in there, he balls out. And he knows the system like crazy. Y'all start, winning games, continue to win games. Defense playing really well. You guys are getting healthy. Bosa comes back, balls out. Then Jimmy gets hurt for I don't know if he's hurt for the year or he might come back towards the end. But then you got Purdy. Yeah, nobody know what to expect. You guys, this is Mr. Irrelevant. He's playing.
Big Cock
BP,
Purdy.
You feel me?
BCB, Big Cock Purdy. Man,
that boy Purdy, man. Brock, Iowa, Hawkeye Purdy. I mean, I said Hawkeye. My bad. No respect to Brock Purdy. Brock Cyclone Purdy. Cyclone. That's a Cyclone, man. But not yeah. I applaud the Niners though. You guys definitely. I could even go to say you guys turned your season around just because I thought it was over with. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one. But no, you gotta keep the momentum up just so you guys can. I'm pretty sure you guys will get into the playoffs because I'm pretty sure you guys might have wrapped that division up. But shit, it just depends on what y'all do when y'all do get into the playoffs. It depends on what y'all quarterback how he holds up in those big moments.
Right, and I think most Niner fans are pretty happy and just we grateful for where we at. We didn't think Jimmy Garoppolo was going to be a good quarterback because he playing like shit the last 2-3 years. He comes in, he plays hurt, he follows the system, and then he chokes in certain situations. Or he puts the ball at risk and all types of shit. But this year, Jimmy Garoppolo was playing good. I was like, damn, Jimmy, this looking like Jimmy 2017. I like this, Jimmy. Let's fuck it. I'm with you then. Let's do it. And then he gets hurt. And I'm like, fuck. But I felt way more confident with Purdy, to be honest. But I didn't think he was going to be this good. But I honestly, like, before Garoppolo started playing good, but even, like, when he got hurt and he was playing good, I always felt more confident in Purdy. I got to see Purdy in the preseason, and I liked what I seen. Of course, it's just preseason, so you don't know what to expect. But when I did see from him, I was like, damn, this dude got a nice ball on him. He's pretty mobile, and he looking like – it felt like he didn't even think it was preseason when he came in. He treated it like it was a regular season game. He was going for the dub. And I was like, okay, I fuck with this dude. And then he ended up beating out Nate Sherfield for the quarterback spot. And I was like, yeah, I wanted that to happen because I felt like he was better than Nate. And we're paying Nate like $3 million fresh off a deal, $2 million to be backup quarterback. Mm-hmm. That's not common. You don't pay a backup quarterback that much the majority of the time. And but he ended up beating out Nate. So I knew he was a dog. I knew he could play, but I didn't know he was gonna come in and do this for us. He comes in and he beats Tom Brady. He beats Seattle in Seattle. We struggle to beat Seattle every time. this is the best composed rookie I ever seen, bro. And I'm happy he's a Niner. I never seen a rookie come in and just look so calm like he's been there before. You know, leading the pack. First week of practice, he telling Trent Williams to get in the line. Like, nigga, that's Trent Williams. Like, nigga, that's how you know you that dude. That's how you got that confidence to. He knows like nobody's bigger than the team. It don't give a matter. I don't give a fuck if you George Kittle. I don't give a fuck if you Patrick Willis, Ray Lewis. Nobody's bigger than the team. And that's how Purdy kind of looked at it. But where I was going with this question is, can you see Purdy end up beating out Trey Lance next year? Would this be Purdy's job? How would they have to battle for it, or will it just be Trey Lance's spot when he comes back next year?
So in this, that's funny. I just had a thought in my mind, but I was gonna say, no disrespect to Purdy, but fuck no. He is not beating out Trey Lance. He's not beating out Trey Lance. There's no way. Like, don't get me wrong, Purdy is a good quarterback. He's on a roll, but like, you got to look at it even when you go back to, like, say, all right, so when you put the two quarterbacks, if they both was on the Niners, when you go back and, like you say, if we in the 49ers draft room, even if we're looking at both quarterbacks, we're looking at the potential of, obviously the Trey Lance compared to Brock Purdy. Trey Lance is gonna get picked 9 times out of 10 any day, but I feel like Purdy is a great, possibly 10 times out of 10. But you got, but Purdy's is a. So the thought I had in my mind, it kind of reminds me, not really comparing Trey Lance to Robert Griffin III, but it's kind of like that situation where you had RG3, Kirk Cousins, you got Trey Lance, Brock Purdy. Both the same year. They both got drafted in the same draft. But you obviously had one quarterback that was going to start, who you wanted to start, who was like a generational talent. And then you had a rookie quarterback who was a solid backup, solid quarterback in college. Kirk Cousins, solid Michigan State quarterback, solid, super solid. Nobody thought he was going to really start until he got his opportunity when Robert Griffin got hurt. And that nigga balled the fuck out. You feel me? Now Kirk Cousins is starting quarterback. So, yeah. That's what I'm saying. So no disrespect to Purdy, like, not saying that he can't be a starting quarterback eventually in this league. But I feel like as long as Trey Lance is fully healthy, and obviously doing his shit and is able to watch film and continue to develop, I don't think he's beating out Trey Lance. I don't think Purdy will be a starting quarterback for the 49ers, as long as Trey Lance is healthy. But Purdy later on down the line, Purdy can get an opportunity somewhere else. I'm pretty sure. Especially if he keeps on proving that he's a good backup, especially like throughout the preseason next season, next year, because preseason means a lot too for those backup guys.
Right, and your comparison was good, but it was a little off because Kirk Cousins ended up taking the spot, having a better career, and like you said,
I mean, they both rookies right now, low key. So you can't. I mean, we still time will tell. I mean, Trey Lance is not a rookie, but they both, still young guys.
Well, yeah, Trey Lance only got like 4 games under his belt. Purdy gonna have more games than him by the end of the playoffs or end of the season or whatever. So, but yeah, like you said, if Trey Lance stays healthy, like, of course Kirk Cousins had a better career than RG3 if you look at it now. But if RG3 was able to stay healthy, RG3 was a generational talent, MVP type of player. He was different. But the good thing about
rookie,
especially as a rookie, the difference between Trey Lance is I think he has a better arm than RG3 had. Trey Lance got a fucking bullet on him, and then also Trey Lance's body is just so much bigger than RG3's. He has that body like similar to Josh Allen. Not there, he still has to gain some weight, gain some muscle. He's still young, got time to get there. But sure, Trey Lance did get hurt, but he broke his ankle. Like, anybody could break their ankle, anybody could break a bone. It's not like it just happens. Some shit just happens sometimes. And but where's I going with this shit? Anyways, though, I think Purdy. I don't think he'll beat out Trey Lance because when you look at Trey Lance is a generational talent. When I was watching Trey Lance practice, I was like, damn, this nigga was just like a defender running straight at him, and then he just like it looked like he just hit the speed button real quick, dodged it, and now he's still back. Then he gets back into his regular composure. I was like, damn, okay, I like that little. Fast forward, pause, and then if he wants to run, he can run, and he got a cannon on him. When it comes to Brock Purdy, the only reason I could see him maybe beating out Trey Lance, not long run, but I don't think they'll even do that. But I guess if any way possible, it's just because I think Purdy makes good decisions and his accuracy is pretty good. Sure, he doesn't have a lot of power on the ball, so that kind of can get kind of scary because some balls that look like, damn, that look like it could got picked off, but it doesn't get picked off. It's like perfectly in the wide receiver's hands. But sometimes I want to see him really zip that bitch when we need him to. But like I was saying, I think Trey Lance has too much talent overall in the long run. I think Trey Lance is gonna be somebody special. And I think Brock Purdy, I think he can be a starting quarterback too, though. I don't think I think you keep both of them. If Trey Lance gets hurt, if he's a bust, whatever goes, okay, you have Purdy. Let's see what he can do, which I don't think Trey Lance is going to be. But if that doesn't happen, I think you keep Trey Lance and Purdy on the squad as long as you can. And whoever want to offer that bag for Purdy, come get it, man. I hope he takes us deep in the playoffs. And if you want Purdy, come offer him first round picks. If not, don't call for him. Don't call for him.
No, so look, real quick before we go, I was gonna say, so low key, so I just thought about something again. So it's low key kind of a quarterback controversy in a sense in San Francisco if you think about it, because when Bryce went down, I'm sorry, not Bryce, when Trey Lance went down, they were talking about, they have Jimmy Garoppolo, like he's doing super good. Like, should we just keep Garoppolo as a starter, especially if he wins the Super Bowl? We talked about that earlier in the year. Like, damn, if Garoppolo is able to lead these guys to the Super Bowl or even win it, do you bring them back or do you let them go? But you kind of were still saying, like, nah, we still should, like, even if we win the Super Bowl with Garoppolo, we still, go forward with Trey Lance. But now it's crazy. In the past couple of weeks, you were saying, like, damn, low key, I like Purdy better than Garoppolo. It don't even seem like Garoppolo was the reason. It might have been a system a little bit, but Purdy looked better in the system than Garoppolo do.
Let me get to that, man.
So look, now it's like, now we gotta think we got 3 quarterbacks, right? Who are all super good quarterbacks, super solid, who are proven at this point now. So, well, I can't really say Trey Lance is proven, but he's a fucking freak of nature. But anyway, so now, Trey Lance is out of the equation. You guys got to keep Trey. But it's like, damn, now you got to think, do you keep Garoppolo still, or do you let Garoppolo walk and just keep Purdy? I feel like you guys should keep Purdy just because he's going to be on his rookie deal. Garoppolo, you got to low-key, like, pay him, or, people going to be after him because he still did pretty well as a backup. So, What you think? What you think Niners gonna do out of that Purdy and Garoppolo situation going into next season?
So when it comes to Purdy,
like, who you think gonna serve as the backup?
It's gonna be Purdy, just because Purdy already looks better than Jimmy Garoppolo. He's cheaper than him. He's less injury prone than him. He makes better decisions than him. He's more mobile than him, and he fits better in Kyle's system than him. I felt like you just reminded me.
Can check all the boxes.
Man, you feel me? You just reminded me, like, Purdy is everything they tried to say Jimmy Garoppolo was, but actually doing what they said Jimmy Garoppolo was doing, like they said, the great game manager, great leader, great teammate, makes good decisions, which he did. No, nigga, Purdy does everything they said about Jimmy, and they not even saying it. They keep saying, what if Purdy does this? What if Purdy does that? Nigga, Jimmy Garoppolo threw picks every week, and y'all was ignoring the shit. Y'all was just saying how good he was, bro. So I don't fuck with that, bro. Don't start switching on Purdy now. I'm rocking with Purdy. That's my dog. But and then also I want to bring up, like, when it comes to this nigga Jimmy Garoppolo, bro. Y'all was saying this.
That's my dog.
That's my dog, nigga. And this is what they kept saying, right? They kept saying, okay, Jimmy Garoppolo, he's the reason they win. They only could win with Jimmy Garoppolo. And why don't they win with Jimmy Garoppolo's not in there? They don't win with Trey Lance. Nigga, shut the. Right, it's because they didn't have a good quarterback that was good enough to do the shit. Jimmy Garoppolo understood the system way more than I felt like Nick Mullins and Nate Sherfield did. Those are the only 2 quarterbacks we had. That's why they couldn't win. They didn't have, bro. Jimmy is decent, a little below decent at times, but he's decent. Nick Mullins and Sherfield are ass. They're certified 3rd string quarterbacks in the NFL. No disrespect, y'all way better than me. I can't do the shit, but you feel me? Y'all not. They not.
Man, they only in the league because they size, nigga. So I feel like 6'6", 230. If he wasn't 6'6", 230, that nigga be right at home with us, nigga.
Man, you feel me? Like, I ain't got that size and shit. So when I look at them, I just be like, Jimmy Garoppolo. It's proven now he wasn't the reason the Niners were winning. Purdy came in. He never played a fucking NFL snap. He came in and the team got better. The team started rolling even better than they was rolling with Jimmy. It looked like they actually knew what they were doing. And then when they asked him, when they had a chance to get Mayfield, they asked Brandon Ayuk. He said, "Nah, we don't need Mayfield. We don't need nobody else. We got Purdy, and I believe in Purdy." They said that about an undrafted rookie. Like, he didn't have to say that. He could have been like, whatever happens, happens. I'm gonna focus on what I'm doing, like most niggas would say, most players would say. But he trusted in Brock Purdy. He believed in that he could actually lead this team. And I'm taking Brock Purdy over Jimmy Garoppolo any day. Jimmy, thank you for what you did. I ain't even gonna hate on you. Thank you for this season. But see you later, dog. I don't ever want to see you in a uniform again, in our uniform again. We're gonna end it at that, man. All right, let me go ahead. I was going
My bad. I was gonna ask you because I seen that I just kind of was reminded today of Zach Wilson. I seen that he finally got to start again. He obviously was trying to take advantage of the opportunity. He was trying to win his team back. Obviously, they didn't get the win. Sadly, they lost the game at the very end. I feel like it's just the Jets curse. They just ass. They started off with 4-0, 5-0. They're just I don't know, bro. Just the New York curse, bro. The Giants, they're just ass. Like the Giants and the fucking Jets, it's like they curse. But anyway, I was gonna say, like, so who would you rather kind of like have as a franchise quarterback? Would you still take Zach Wilson or would you take Brock Purdy? And the only reason I'm saying is because they're both drafted in the same draft. No, I'm sorry. Zach Wilson is a second-year pro. But anyway, Zach Wilson was a second overall quarterback, and you got Purdy, who was literally the last pick, not the last quarterback. He was the last player overall selected in the draft out of 250 players. So who would you rather have now? As you kind of seeing, seen both of these guys play. You got Zach Wilson. He had his moments where he balled out and made some amazing plays, but then you got his character issues, within the media, and him not winning his team over. Then you got Purdy, who his team believes in him. He's undrafted, first year pro. You got him, regulating the huddle. You got him talking shit to Trent, not talking shit, but just telling Trent Williams like get in line, da da da. And then you got Brandon Ayuk, who's the top receiver on the team, who's like, I believe in my guy. Like, I believe in Purdy. He's won the fan base over. So who would you rather take? Zach Wilson, a guy the fan base who don't really fuck with, or you take Purdy, who might be a little less talented than Zach Wilson, but the fan base is rocking with him?
Honestly, I fuck with Brock a lot. Like I said, he's a dog, and when, like you said, character issues. Purdy's pretty much everything you would want in the quarterback when it comes to being a leader, when it comes to being a young guy trying to take control of a team. Zach Wilson, he's the complete opposite. He does dipshit shit, makes it seem like he only cares about himself. And but overall, I think if you would have put Zach Wilson on this 49ers team, they would have been doing the exact same shit. They would have been going crazy. And I feel like he would have bought more into the culture. I don't think he would have felt confident enough or felt like he was able to say what he said with the Jets. If you was on that Niners team, you're not saying that shit. I've never even heard a Niners player say some smart ass shit like that, even close to it. So I feel like there's a different culture here. But I feel like Zach Wilson's talent is way better than Purdy's overall. But if you would have put Purdy on that Jets team, then the Jets are probably not winning. They're not winning as much as they would with Zach Wilson. Just because I don't know. I just feel like Purdy has so much around him where it's hard to really tell. Zach Wilson, he doesn't have as much. But you see, like, Zach Wilson teammates never stick up for him, and you see the Niners stick up for Brock Purdy, and I feel like that's something big, that especially as a quarterback, when guys believe in you and rally behind you, that's really something. So if you can't have your guys rally behind you, then fuck all the talent. None of that shit matters. But I just feel like Purdy was put in a way better position than Zach Wilson was able to go into. You got Robert Saleh.
It's crazy
on the Niners though, but he's a defensive head coach.
Oh yeah, like Robert Saleh is a great coach, and I definitely don't feel like he should be fired or anything. I think he should definitely have another opportunity to coach this team going into next year. And it just sucks too, just for Saleh, because like obviously he's a 49er at heart, huge defensive coordinator. He got his start from the Niners. But it sucks because like he went into the draft last year, looking for a fresh start for a generational talented quarterback, which I feel like Zach Wilson, he still could be a generational talent. Like he has arm talent, he has a good arm. He's mobile a little bit, a little swaggy, little white boy. But where was I
Starts
going with
here
this?
first. Starts here first. At home first.
For
Starts
sure,
with
for
the
sure.
heart first.
It definitely starts with the heart. And my bad. So I was gonna say, it seemed like the Jets they kind of went downhill once Breece Hall went down, and I kind of compared Breece Hall to Christian McCaffrey. Not saying Breece Hall is as explosive, but it seemed like when you got weapons, so it seemed like even when the 49ers got McCaffrey, it seemed like the team just like it's everything's like all
King,
the
shut up.
attributes of the 49ers just boosted when they got McCaffrey. So I feel like them weapons really mean a lot for real, for real. Like when you really surround your quarterback around weapons and guys are able to stay healthy, like you got Mostert, you got Hill, Waddle. So like just say if Zach Wilson was to have weapons going into next season, they probably can turn that shit around too. So I feel like that's what it's really all about for real.
You give Zach Wilson, George Kittle, Christian McCaffrey, Brandon Ayuk, Debo Samuels, Elijah Mitchell, Jordan Mason. Let's just keep going. I know I missed some players. Jawan Jennings. You got literally dogs from all across the board. You got Trent Williams as your left tackle, probably the best left tackle to ever play the game. So yeah, like you give Zach Wilson that squad and let's see what he could do. No disrespect to Brock Purdy. I feel like I still would rather have Brock Purdy this year than Zach Wilson. Just because I feel like Brock Purdy probably would handle the squad a lot better than Zach. But in the long run on that Niners team, I would rather have Zach than Brock. But for this season, I would rather have Brock than Zach. Just because it's so late. And I don't think Brock has the leadership and he doesn't have the personality or whatever. He just don't have it in him to just come in the midseason and lead a pack of grown men.
Yeah.
That's what
I would agree.
But yeah, my dog fucking barking and shit. So I think that nigga's calling it Q. Like I would one day I'm gonna bring this nigga on. I'm gonna bring my fucking dog on live, bro. And I'm gonna have y'all see him. And don't get scared. All right, just don't get scared.
That nigga gonna be feisty.
Hell yeah. Hey, I'm gonna do a meet and greet. $10 to pet the dog. It's a meet and greet for my dog, not for me, for the dog. So you want to meet the nigga? You want to meet the dog? $10. Any bitten fingers, Ronnie Lott, like any missing finger objects, not my fault. Sign a waiver, I'm about
to say $10 ain't gonna be enough for their medical bill, nigga. When your dog bites them in the ass like Craig Daddy.
Hey, but you met a famous dog. You feel me? You met my dog nickname is actually Brock Purdy, if y'all didn't know. So just call him Brock Purdy. You're gonna be like, row.
That nigga BCP.
Hey man, I need a K9 on with fucking I don't know, niggas fucked up though. He a fucked up dog, man. That dude angry for no reason. He love people. If you in the house, if you was knowing him since a baby, if not, nigga don't fuck with you. Dog bit a military officer, man. So y'all got no hope. Y'all got no chance. Marine really could have fucking killed my dog, man. He could have been like, fuck you. Like on some fucking COD shit. That'd have been kind of crazy to see in person, though. You like, damn, bro, that's crazy.
Oh yeah,
my dog, nigga, my dog. But I just see some military shit in person. Oh no,
that's my dog.
I'm pretty sure he built to handle that situation. Other animals you might run into in the fields. You might run into a bear out there or something. Who knows? But shit, we were supposed to be on for like damn near 30. What time is it? I know you gotta go. Shit.
3:15. I'm about to dip out right now in like a second. I basically already dressed. I just need to grab my red shirt and just leave the house. I was planning to leave a little early though, just so I can. I'm trying to get some food. I was thinking about getting some Wingstop. Wingstop. I'm trying to try that chicken sandwich thing. That shit is fire. Well, I ain't had it, but it looked fire.
Shit, I was gonna say, nigga, I could come get you. I gotta go to Petco. That's in that same parking lot.
Oh, bet. Shit, that's a bet. Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah, shit. I'm basically ready.
Let me end this. Hold on, let me end this first. I'm gonna tell you. Hey, later, y'all. Fuck it. I know y'all people are like, what the fuck? Dude, what are you dudes talking about? I thought we can't
Nigga
talk
just went
about
off topic.
Tom. Hell yeah. You start talking about whole daily activities and shit. But hey, when we get more people in here, they're gonna want to know about all that. So, you know, y'all should have been here for it. They should have been here for it. All right, later, y'all. Oh, actually, let me leave them with the we gotta leave it with a let it be known. I gotta start finishing with
Question.
I gotta start finishing with the let it be known question, man. I gotta start. That's the catchphrase. We gotta start push. I gotta start pushing that bitch more. That's me. But
true.
What do we got? What do we got? Oh, let's go with Brock. That was kind of last week, but fuck it. That's the only thing on the mind. Let it be known, y'all. Would y'all stick with Brock Purdy? Would y'all go with Jimmy Garoppolo, Trey Lance, or possibly even bring in Tom Brady for one more year to finish it out? Later.